Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So I'm very excited about this look because it was just really fun to make. And I figured, you know, with Coachella having happened and more festivals coming up and spring, all of that kind of equaled a flower-inspired look in my mind. I wanted to use different colors from my last tutorial that I uploaded. When I uploaded that video, I was like, oh, it kind of looks a lot like a different video I had already uploaded, and I had received a request to do a tutorial using my Viseart Grande Pro 1 palette along with my Viseart Coy palette. So this look is created with those two palettes and using a different color story and a different balance between the palettes. My very last look, I would say, is more shimmer heavy, so more Coy palette heavy, and this one is a little more matte heavy with Coy in there for pops and for the watercolor sort of effect. So yes, we've got flower inspired eyeshadow, clean rosy complexion with a little bit of glow and blush, and nude lips. I also ended up using some brand new products to me, including a couple Nars items, not for the eyes but for the complexion, and ooh, exciting, new brushes from royal&langnickel. So I've got a whole bunch of new brushes. If you follow me on Instagram, you'll have seen my unboxing and my stories. I was really excited. Royal&langnickel gave me a coupon code so you can save some money if you use my code and my link and all of that jazz. But that's all in the description box below. But I'm really excited to be affiliated with these brands I've loved for so long. I've never used their makeup brushes before they sent these to me, but I've been a long-time user of their paint brushes in my studio. So I hope that you enjoy, and without further ado, let's get this started. Starting out with the vibrant purple from the Grande Pro and my Royal&langnickel angle eyeliner brush. Pat some pigment into the primer. Starting a little bit outside of the center of the lid. I'm going to go up in a V shape. I'd like to make almost like a petal shape by connecting the top and like an abstracted heart. While working on the other side, I'm not necessarily too concerned about making them symmetrical. It's just a fun look. I'm going to take this little Royal&langnickel smoky eye brush and buff the edges to create a sheared out smoky effect, and this will also bring out some of that fuchsia base in this pigment. With another little detailer brush, this is the Eyeshadow T07. I'm going to pick up some of the gold from Coy. I'm going to create smaller little petal effects on either side. Now with the pink, here I'm going to take another little shader brush from one of the royal&langnickel sets and lightly blend this along the top edges. I'm dipping back into the purple and re-intensifying. I'm taking some dampened white pigment and I'm tapping that to the base of the purple petal. I think I might also fill in this triangle between these two petals with some white as well. Filling in that negative space. Lightly up here. With my Eyeshadow G27, I'm going to go into the coral shade from Coy. Spread a little bit of shimmery pigment on the top edge, so it sort of goes from dark to translucent. I think a bit of green might be called for in this flower inspired look, and remembering how our shades will blend, this works best with our yellow more so than our purple, right? Working with these complementary colors, we really don't want to be blending the purple into the yellow. Our yellow is a little bit more of a warm toned yellow, gold yellow, so it leans towards warm and won't blend as well into greens, if you remember the color theory. We want to be careful to keep our shades vibrant. So I'm going to bring a hint of this at the top of the yellow on this outer edge. This is the Eyeshadow W21. I'm just stamping it on. Maybe going back into our gold. Just stamp right underneath to blend the two seamlessly. I feel like we ought to do some stuff on the under eye as well. Let me put a little bit more primer. I don't think I put a ton on the bottom. What do you think? Maybe yellow petals on the bottom. So I'm going to take that gold and my tool of choice, the Eyeshadow T07. ensuring there's like separation between the petals since they're of the same color. I'm leaving a gap to distinguish between the two. I'm going to build this color up, sort of swipe down. Wow, that looks so vibrant. Must be because it's mixing with like fresh primer. That's cute. Love it. Just do another one. I'm letting it come to a point at the bottom. Probably should have gotten a flower reference photo. If I were to make this into like a more intense flower. Oh well. Gonna just keep on doing what I'm doing. I'm gonna take a little bit of this yellow and put it at the base of this flower where we put the white. Hey, that worked. I'm going to switch back to my smaller royal&langnickel brush with the purple. And in between these yellow petals, I'm going to put a little bit of this purple. I actually feel like we ought to have little specks on the petals and maybe some veining. So I think I'm going to grab a mixing medium. I'm going to use the Eyeshadow Pro mixing medium and create my own liners with these pigments. So with a dot of that, and I guess we'll use purple veining or dark purple veining with my little royal&langnickel angled eyeliner brush. I'm going to go into the deep plum purple and mix that in there. Just mixing that. I want to make it a little lighter, so I'm bringing in some of the purple. Okay, so to test out the brush, I'm going into what I think will be the easiest area, which is just veining the large purple petal. Just drawing lines. Dotting on the yellow using the point of the brush. And then in the purple petals, I'm putting little lines through them. Although now I'm kind of outlining the yellow petals, at least on one side. With more organic looks, I think it's important to hold your brush from farther away as opposed to really up close. Otherwise, you're kind of constricting yourself and not allowing fluidity. Okay, now I'm just cleaning up the areas I feel like don't jam and any fallout I don't want to mix with foundation, or in this case concealer, for cleaning up around the eye look. I'm going to throw on some mascara. I've been really liking this L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise base. underneath any mascara I choose to use. Okay, now with my favorite pot concealer from Nars, I'm going to use one of my new royal&langnickel brushes and conceal around the eye look. I do recommend with things like this, pot concealers are a little bit easier to keep from spreading where you don't want it to go. But you can use any face product to do this. I'm also using a shade quite a bit lighter than my skin, believe it or not. I have a little bit of a tan right now, and that's just to brighten the whole look, to give it something to stand out against. A better brush to do this with would be a flat little brush, but I feel comfortable using a brush like this. But if you're concerned, you can use a smaller, more precise brush. You could do like, you know, like a falling petal on the cheek or something, if you like. I kind of like to leave it at this, but that's another idea. And before I set that with powder, I'm going to do the rest of the face. So I'm going to use the Hourglass Vanish Liquid Foundation because it's a deeper shade and I need that right now with my skin tone at the moment. This is another royal&langnickel brush. I've been liking it with this foundation. For cheeks, I'm gonna use one of my favorite blushes recently. This is the Kat Fix Cream Makeup in Mai Tai. I'm actually obsessed with this right now. And with my royal&langnickel Angle Foundation brush, I'm going to work this into the cheeks. The great thing about these Kat blushes are that they look super natural and they're super long wearing. And this color in particular is really working for me lately with a lot of looks. Also, if you're wearing this type of look to a festival or something like that, the Kat creams are good because they are waterproof. Just taking that across the nose a little bit. I'm going to pull out my Nars Orgasm Liquid Highlight. And I've actually been liking this with a fluffier brush. I tried it with some denser brushes and for some reason I just really like how it applies with like a powder brush. Maybe it just shears it out a little bit more. It gives a pretty dewy glow. This is a good one too from what I've been testing. It seems to set down to a very non-greasy finish. It dries down really nicely. And it is a very pretty sheen. Okay, and before I go a little too crazy, start bringing in bronzer or anything, we're kind of getting on the intense side of things. I'm going to set with powder. This is the my Charlotte Tilbury powder I use every day. I'm going to especially set along the edges here where we've got concealer. I'm not being too concerned about overlapping the edges. We can always re-intensify the shadows, or, you know, it could fade out along the edges a little bit. It's more important we set that concealer so it doesn't move. Because I'm dry, I don't really have to set anywhere else, but you do what you need to do. For brows, I'm using my Glamo Brow Precision Eyebrow Pencil in dark ash brown. I like this color for my brows a lot, actually. And I'm going to lightly even them out. Personally, I think with such an intense eye look, I'm not going to focus on deepening my brows, just sort of filling in the gaps. This would be a cute look to do bleached brows too, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm just doing a light brow. I want the brows to fade into the background and not be like a statement with everything else going on. Looking at it, yeah, I definitely want to skip the bronzer. We don't want to be so overwhelming. I'm going to do a soft lip as well. I'm thinking either a nude or a soft gloss. Maybe just a gloss. I'm going to take a nude pencil and overline my top lip how I like it. This is the lip liner pencil in Spice by Jante Blue. So this is the Nars Orgasm lip oil. Okay, what do you think? I'm kind of obsessed. I think it looks really cute. Okay, so I think that's it. I really love how it came out and I hope you do too. Please feel free to leave in the comment section any questions, concerns, suggestions you might have for me. And love you lots, and I will catch you in my next one. Bye guys.